Hi, everybody. This is Julissa. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming back to my channel. Thank you so much to everybody who's listening right now in the podcast. It is Saturday, November the 24th, November 23rd, 2024. I wanted to come here and speak about this because here we are. It's so crazy how there's always a problem the minute you mention Jesus, right? What is this world rejects Jesus so much? I was going to say, what is it with that? But we already know it's the enemy, right? The enemy at work. Before I continue, I want to say thank you so much, everybody who's listening and following me on Spotify. If you haven't, please do so. Of course, thank you so much to everybody who has been subscribing here on YouTube. So we have an employee from a big retailer store. Well, I guess I can say the name. The store is Target. I think Target has been in the news in the last couple of days. It could be, Black Friday is coming soon, all of that, but it's been trending a lot, Target. And, they had an influencer stealing from that. This isn't, when I learned about that influencer, I was like, there's another example that don't believe everything that people portray this life on Instagram and TikTok, and you have to just know that a lot of people are playing a character, okay? And this influencer, in case you haven't heard, she got caught stealing from Target, right? But I'm not talking about her. This episode is regarding this employee who had a pin. Where a lot of these Target employees, they have a pin with their name on it. In that pin, she wrote, I guess, I trust in Jesus, right? And she was actually fired for wearing that, okay? And, it's getting to that point. I remember I used to, like I told you guys many times before, I worked in retail before, and I used to have a necklace that I made that said "Glory to God." Excuse me, just like this one, but it was bigger though. It had like a bigger pendant. This one says "Glory to God," but my other necklace that I wore it all the time. And I remember being questioned, and people are so afraid. You show up just with the necklace that says "Glory to God," and people are like, you see other employees telling the manager about it, and then the manager calls you to the office, and they want to know, what does that mean? What are you trying to say? What are you trying to do? And I'm like, they're so afraid. It is so crazy how it trembles them, right? And if they only knew, right? Of course, you tell them what's the reason behind it, but it is so crazy how it is such an offense. The minute they see Jesus, they get so offensive. If they don't have a relationship with Jesus Christ, there is like an immediate offense, okay? I'm to apologize. As you can probably hear, I'm still a little congested, but I'm going to tell you, this lady, this is what she said. I'm going to read you this article. It's so crazy, you guys. I was like, I got to share this with people. Target is being blasted by supporters of an employee who was callously fired after writing "Trust in Jesus" on her name tag. Denise Kendrick jaw-dropped when her employer told her that she would be getting fired under the guise of a dress code violation. And she was so shocked that they told her that it was going to be a dress code violation because she had written on her name tag "Trust in Jesus." It says here that they gave me this is what she said. They gave me this phone number, and he said, if you have any questions about the violation of the dress code, just call this number. And he just kept repeating it. And we kept going back and forth, and it was going nowhere. So, when it comes to employees, there's always that employee who just has a problem with you for no reason, right? So they will not stop until you're gone. So they will be like, you can say good morning. They're like, oh, can you believe she's saying good morning like that? It could be the most innocent thing, and they'll have a problem with that. And it could just be, because they see Jesus in you, and they hate it. Okay. And it's so sad because this the majority of people just completely reject Jesus so much. And if they, like I said, it's so sad to see that, but that's just the works of the enemy. Okay, so she was brought in the office, this employee, and she was giving a paper saying, we're going to fire you because you have that on your name tag. I trust in Jesus thing on your Target name tag. And if you have a question, just call this number because it's about a dress code policy that you are, violating. And she said she never had a problem wearing the items that advertise her faith. That's usually how it is. This is usually, you could be working at a company for so many years until they hire somebody new and they have a problem with you and they will not stop until you're gone, right? It says that, she's going on saying, how sick of the policy she is. And some people are saying, you should sue the company. I do believe that she was actually rehired after this incident because, it was brought to a major audience now, right? People were coming out supporting her. So she was actually rehired. I had experience in the past. Like I told you guys, I worked retail before. I had experience in the past. People just, just saying, don't mention Jesus, don't talk about that. You shouldn't have conversation like this. I was actually brought into an office one time because I think I said to somebody something about trusting the Lord or something. Basically, what this lady had on her pin, and she complained about me saying that to her, to upper management, and I was actually brought in and I was told that I shouldn't be doing that. And this is so crazy because these same companies, they want you to celebrate Pride Month, right? They want to advertise that we're gonna have cakes and cookies to celebrate Pride Month, and all the napkins and everything's celebrating the Pride Month. And wear this in your name tag too. They have like lanyards that advertise Pride Month and all of this stuff. And when it comes to that, you wonder like, what is my respect, right? Why, why this is so like one way only? You have a problem with Jesus, and with that supervisor, it's funny that I'm thinking about her because I remember her in the past. She was asking me, what church do you go to? Oh, I like that church. I know that church, this and the other. Some of my kids go to that church. And the same person brought me in the office to say I shouldn't talk about God. It is so crazy how things like this happen. But this Target employee, it says that religious discrimination is a serious ethical issue that is protected by the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission. See, sometimes we don't even know this stuff, right? I hope she refuses the rehire and sues the company, somebody was saying. But I think she actually accepted. She was asked to, here's the thing, because I think what happened was she was her rights were being violated because she was being fired because she had trust in Jesus on her name tag. It got exposed and people were supporting her. And now Target, to basically wash their hands and clear their company, they're like, oh no, we're going to offer you your job back because there's actually a thing that says, it's a religious discrimination, right? But now people are saying, don't take the offer back. They should have never done that. And it's so crazy, but it happens so much, you guys. All of these companies expect you to celebrate Pride Month, do this and the other. And you go into break rooms and everything's about Pride Month. You get emails about Pride Month, screensavers, basically everything, right? And then when you mention Jesus, it's like, oh, we don't want to really talk about that. It is crazy. It says here, the $56 billion company did release a statement following the incident to a local television station saying they reviewed the situation and Kendrick should have never been terminated. Right? And this is what happened. When you give people positions, right? There's people that, like I said, this probably happens a new manager or that had an issue, right? Some people, they just see the name Jesus and they immediately have a reaction to it. So that person took it upon themselves to fire this lady because of that. And now, they're saying, the company is saying, oh, that should have never happened, right? It's crazy. It happens a lot. Like I said, they always expect us to be celebrating their holidays and the Pride Month and the crazy stuff, right? And the minute, I mean, like I told you guys, you know how many times people will ask me about what does your necklace say, with this attitude, it's almost like my necklace was saying something, horrific, right? Like, it just says glory to God. Like, what is the problem with people? Like, it's not like it's saying like a bad word or something, but for them who don't have a relationship with Jesus Christ, it's going to offend them. And they will not stop, okay? Until they go and see you get fired. They complain to the supervisor, this, who I'm talking about, these employees who've been at companies for years and years and, rotating in the same orbit, basically doing the same thing for the probably less pay than anything. And they see you, a probably younger person compared to their age, who believes in the Lord, right? Which is probably the best decision any human being can do. It is the best decision, right? And they have a problem with you, and they will not stop until they get you fired, right? So it's so crazy. It says here, Target also said appropriate steps are being taken by the leader involved in the termination. The company is working with this store to make sure the policies are appropriately followed in the future. Carrie, which is the employee, was also by the media, but did not respond. And she said, "My job has been reinstated, and yes, I will continue to wear Trust in Jesus on my name tag." That's amazing. So let me tell you something that happened to me early this year, I guess you could say. Well, early in the fall, I was getting myself ready to do another fashion show, right? And as you guys know, my collection is about Jesus Christ, right? It's not really, it's about sharing the gospel of Jesus Christ. I mean, if you think you can tell people it's not say, the evangelist does say, to this, if whatever company I'm sending, they know 100%, what I'm all about, right? The last thing I want to show up the day of the show and there will be a problem because one of my dresses say faith or Jesus or whatever, right? Anything related to the Lord, which is what I do. I even feel bad saying whatever. It's so crazy, right? It's about respect and honor. But you guys know what I mean. So I got called maybe a week before this show, and I was told that, even though the contract was signed, the payment was sent, and I was ready to go, basically, I had a collection that I just did at New York Fashion Week, right? And I was like, I do apologize if you guys hear any noise, right? And I was so ready to basically showcase, and I was told you can showcase, you can participate, but you are not allowed to show a dress that says, I think one of my dresses said, "Glory to Jesus." I was basically told that I cannot be sharing, the dress that says "Glory to Jesus" will not be displayed. That's what I was told. And the dress that say Jesus or anything that had the word Jesus on it, right? And I was like, what is this, right? And I was like, absolutely not. Like, you guys know what my brand is all about. And I signed my contract, and and then they also roll back and say, we did overreact. You're more than welcome to show your brand as it is and all of that. And it's just so crazy, but it happens more often than I guess we want to say that it does, right? And it happens a lot, it's a lot of rejection that happens because people think that if they invite you somewhere, you're going to show up with you're going to show up with the Bible and you're going to stop everything, the whole function, and be like, let's read the Bible, everybody, right now. Or they just, by your presence, they feel, by your presence, they feel so like awkward and like convicted, I guess is what it is, but they don't know how to react to that. So they rather look down on you, completely reject you. And you know what? Like I love Jesus Christ, and that's my whole purpose in life, is to share the gospel and to use my gifts and talents to share the gospel. So be it, right? Let me know what you guys think about this target employee. And thank you so much, everybody, for coming back to my channel. Have a good day. God bless.